Hey everybody. So I got a fan here. Now it started to run really slow, starting to overheat, just doing a lot of weird things. So what I noticed is looking inside here where the motor is really plugged up with just dust and dirt and all that kind of fun stuff. So I'm going to show you guys how to tear these apart and clean them out so we can have it running smoothly a lot longer. Okay, so there is 6 screws holding this back piece onto the front part here. So I know it's really tough to show on a camera because it's even hard to see it in person, but there's little holes. I don't know if you'll be able to see that, but right down here, and there's 6 of them. So the screws are quite a ways down, so I've got a really long screwdriver to get in there, and I will get all these screws out of here, and then I'll show you guys how it comes apart. Okay, so we got all those screws out. Now this front face should just pop off, just like that. So yeah, all that stuff in there is just built up dust and skin cells and just all kinds of gross stuff. So we're gonna wanna clean that probably in the sink, just so we can run some water through it and that'll get out anything. So I know I probably, it's pretty tough to have this thing plugged in while you're have it on a table like this, but definitely unplug this before you start any of these kind of repairs, because you're going to be getting into the pieces that are going to be live, so we don't want anybody getting zapped. Okay, so hopefully you guys can see that all right. There's a screw down inside of here. Take that guy out. Magnetic bits work wonders. So now this guy's kind of slotted, so you have to grab an edge and just kind of lift it out on both sides, if that makes any sense. And that'll just pop right out. Now there's a screw on the other side there, right there. So when you're taking these apart, try to always notice if any of the screws are used as like a ground screw or something like that, because if a wire actually has a head on it that needs to go under one of these screws when you put it back on, you need to know that basically right now, because if you put it back together and you don't put that back on where it should go, then this isn't going to work. So actually we're going to have to undo 2 of these screws that holds the motor to the casing, and I'm sure eventually we're going to have to deal with some of that wiring. And it's, at this point you can get in enough into here that you can clean out most of this stuff. You can just kind of get that fan blade out of the way and clean out all this stuff in the motor and get all this stuff off the fan blades, and really that would be better than nothing, that's for sure. I'm just trying to take it kind of a little bit further and see how easy it is to rip this guy right apart, and hopefully it still works after. Okay, so this should pop right out. See, yeah, that wiring is starting to pull, it's disconnected or connected to the switch on the side here that actually turns it on and off. So at this point, I think we're far enough out that I can get pretty much all around this fan motor and get it all cleaned out and get everything cleaned out, and then we'll put it back together and make sure it still works. So I'm gonna go to the sink now and clean off this front grate. I have just a rag that I can use to wipe off a lot of this stuff. If I find I need, more, then you can use soap and water and stuff like that. You don't try not to get any soap and water down into the electrical. If you do, that's fine, but you just have to let it all air dry before you plug it back in. You don't want to end up shooting sparks everywhere. So yeah, we'll go do that, and I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so we are back. So this has been all cleaned up. So I'll throw these screws back in here that hold the motor to the case. You gotta run this down a little more. I never run, if there's 2 or more screws, I never run the first one down all the way, just to make sure that the second one or third one or whatever is going to go in properly. Just a little tip for you guys. So everything's looking much better. I ended up having to use a wet rag on the fan blades. Most of the dust that was on the actual motor came off pretty easy, just wiped off with a dry rag. But yeah, you'll never get it 100%. I don't know how you could possibly get it 100%, but as long as you get it, 90%, I guess would be a good number. All right, so I want to make sure this goes on the right way. So which way does this guy stand up? It stands up that way. So this will be on the base. So you need the name facing us, just like that. Then get all these screws back in. Once again, I'm not going to do up any screw fully yet until we get all the screws in, so I make sure that all the holes are going to line up for these guys. Okay, so our fan all cleaned up. Now I just plugged it in. We'll test it to make sure that there isn't any imbalance, or we didn't put anything back together properly or something like that. Ooh, nice. See, what I like about this is having something nice and clean like this, especially something that's going to be blowing on your face or on your body or whatever. You don't want it blowing dirt and fuzz at your face. So this feels a lot cleaner, and I don't know, the whole house just kind of feels cleaner when things look like this. Okay, so that's it, guys. So yeah, me and my fan are gonna go downstairs and cool off, and if you guys like this video, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, definitely. That'll just let me know at least that the content's what you expect. Leave a comment if there's anything else that you guys want looked at, you guys want me to explain, something like that. Thanks for watching, and have a good day.